Hi, I'm Bill Johnson, Trinity with Game Calls. Now this is February 1st, 2020. Hard to believe we're already there this year. And I'm introducing two calls today. A new box call that I am now using a 2-year-old dried wood on. The JB Hen, this is about the third or fourth version of it. New blend of woods, maple, walnut, and hickory, a little bit of cherry here and there. But it's blended with really dried wood, and I really went focusing on sounds and control of sounds because we really know that turkey hunting is all about rhythm, the pace of the call that we use, and the good sound reaching out. So the box call this year, the first one in a couple years I've made them now, back to making them. This is the call. It's a really nice looking blend of woods, but what I focused on more than anything was with a double-sided call, getting each side of the call to sound a little different, to get a very good, anywhere from kind of a high middle tone of the hen call down to the bottom piece, and it was easy to get the call. You didn't have to work hard to get this call to make sound for you. So I wanted more than anything that we could have an easy call so you don't have to make a lot of motion in a blind, or if you're out just kind of freewheeling it in the trees, you can. That I wanted my box calls to sound more and more like the turkeys out in the field, instead of just looking good or trying to play the part, to really get a good quality sound out of them and do it easily. I'm not putting any motion on this at all, and I know for you Eastern guys, I'm using my box call upside down, so I really have kind of adapted the eastern side, which is the tail end up to, because it makes it a little easier to make the call work because you're just barely moving your hand. And one of the things I had a hard time getting on my original sets of box calls was I couldn't really get an easy, fast gobble. But when I made sure that I had each side making its own sound, and I had a really good quality touch of the woods, I could get that easy motion of the call itself and get the call to work for you. So that's the new JB Hen, and it's because it's dried wood and because I don't have a lot of space, I only got a limited number of these this year. I'm trying to get more wood put away this year so I can get out and possibly make more next year, but this year it's going to be kind of a limited quantity. I'm really having fun with these because this call picked up a different one here with a little higher pitch to it. And like all box calls, you use the spring here on top, or the screw on top for the spring, and tip the paddle. So you're going to tip the paddle to tune it a little higher or a little lower. I'm more aggressive with the sides of my calls. I like a little more crown on there, so you have a little more distinction between the higher pitches and the lower ones. And for you Eastern guys, see, it's easier to gobble upside down. Don't have to have a rubber band with them. And you notice I'm not moving my hand far at all with this call. So that is the new JB Hen. And then I used some of the same idea on the Squawking Mama 3. Last year we had a sellout of this call, and I apologize for not making enough of these. My focus every year on Squawking Mama is to try to get this thing, the tones better and better and better, and a little more deep, more resonant hen, mature hen sound. That is the call sound that everybody's been kind of telling me, boy, if you can just get that center note more and more consistently. And I said, yeah, well, sometimes it doesn't quite work that way as you put the post in and you really start to hand tune. Since I'm hand making springs and I'm hand making every piece of this call, sometimes it doesn't quite come out perfectly set at the middle tone, but I'm working to The most important thing that I like about my call is that you can use it upside down, you can use it sideways, it doesn't make any difference. And that seems to be something everybody out there really likes, is that you can use this all wood call, all handmade here, upside down, right side up, it makes no difference. So you can call the turkeys and get them close with the box call, a diaphragm call, whatever you want. But last year I really took one of these and said, I'm going to just focus on this call. So I had my old box call with me. I had one diaphragm call, and I took this, and I nailed some nice turkeys last year with this, number 40 with a bow last year, and I just and so this year I went after making more of them and getting that middle tone. Here's a different one, just a little higher pitch. Any way you want to do this, up sideways, upside down, it doesn't make any difference. And then this third one, same mold as the rest of them. Now this is a little trick I tried last year, and I'd heard this at one of the calling contests that I helped judge and was in as well. You just kind of cover the front of this. And it helps you muffle it. And I know when you're in a blind, you kind of got to reach out sometimes, and I go out through the window to get the little sound out away from you a little bit more. But I can also muffle it. So you can use the Squawking Mama any way you want to, upside, sideways, left-handed, right-handed. One of the things I will kind of help everybody with, no matter what little Yelpers that you get, there's one thing you can do that's kind of fun if you want to learn some purring with them and change it, is if you notice the drive rod hole up at the top, the rods have to be a little bit loose in those. So when you're using your finger to drive the rod, if you can find the position in that hole of the rod, as it's at the bottom, as you push through and you're pushing down pressure on the rod, you may get a strike sound. It's a little different if you go off on the side. So be careful with all of them. I mean, you can play with them at home, and you can get different sounds out of the same call by just positioning this top drive rod in the hole in the position you want it in. So if you push it up on top, it might get squeaky, on the sides different. But play with each one of the calls you have and find out, because you can tune these a little bit on the fly just by watching the hole that's in. As all with these calls, of my calls, if something happens to them and you need to have some repair done on them, I will repair them and work on them for you at a minimal cost. You're going to have to ship them back to me. Shipping costs on the 2 sets of these is about $5 now around the country. The shipping got more expensive this year. So the new box call price is $35, and that includes shipping to get the call to you. The Yelper this year is $25, and that gets the call to you. That's shipping included. And then I'm going to make a deal, is that I'm going to sell one of each one of these, and I'm going to sell that to you for $50, and that includes shipping. So you're saving one set of shipping costs, and you're saving $5 extra to buy these all at one time. So again, you'll get the Yelper and the box call. I'll have it on the website. You can have both of them for $50. That includes the shipping. Or the box call $35, the Yelper for $25, and that includes shipping. So it's out there. I will liven up the website either tonight, the 1st, or tomorrow on the 2nd, and get these where you can order them. Again, the JB Hen, the new box call, double-sided box call. The Yelper, Squawking Mama 3 will be back on there. I've got a waiting list for some of these by themselves, so I'll be calling those folks. But again, Bill, Trinity Game Calls, is all. Give me a call. If you want to hear one before you order, we can take orders on the phone. 970-988-3490. The website to watch, or the website for ordering, is out there. TrinityWoodandGame.com, all one word, TrinityWoodandGame.com. Go out and you'll be able to get this video as soon as I can make sure I get it through the little obstacle course of loading one, but it will be out there tomorrow. So again, Bill, Trinity Wood Game Calls, thanks for paying attention, and hope to get an order from you.